Hey y'all, welcome back to Sitting with Ashley. I'm Ashley. So I'm here because something really interesting is happening right now, and I'm pretty excited. So the other day I commented on a TikTok about someone said something about the DSM, which is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, which is what I received my master's thesis by disproving the DSM and like looking at social constructs within Skid Row in Los Angeles, right? So anyway, I just commented like, oh yeah, because it's becoming common knowledge, right? Like this was 10 years ago. And it was mostly because of my experiences within the mental health system that I was like so passionate about this. This is my passion, right? Academically. But anyway, so I got a message on TikTok yesterday and this person's like, I'd love to read your thesis. And I was like, oh, sure. And I know it's only published, like I have one copy, a print copy, but it's at the homestead, again, with all my books. And so I thought I had the only printed copy of it. And I know it's published in ProQuest, which is an academic, scholarly journal. I don't know. You have to have a student ID to even get into it. So I don't have a student ID. My computer that I wrote it on was the Apple that the cats broke a couple months ago. So I had an external hard drive, but my external hard drive, I just plugged it in and it's not compatible with my Google Chromebook or whatever. I don't fucking know. So anyway, I'm been talking to this person because they're like telling me what their research is about, and they're in Portland. And they're in social work, the field of social work, and one of my editors, my mentor, had his master's in social work. So I was like, good, more of you who are entering that field need to have this understanding of how it works, right, systemically. So I'm like doing everything I can to get them my thesis. So I just had to Google it myself, and I like had forgotten the name of it and shit. It's a very lengthy name. But anyway, I just had to call Prescott College, because I went and I was like Googling the title, and so it's in ProQuest, but you can only have access to like the first 24 pages. It's just like a sample unless you have the student ID to get into the website, right? It's a researching thing. And so so then I type in the title to Google and a book pops up with my name as the author, and I'm like, what? I didn't think anyone had printed it, but the college had printed it, and it's in circulation in Yavapai County, which is where Prescott is. So I just called Prescott College and I'm like, hey, because it said that it was available electronically, which is outside of Prescott, or like ProQuest. Ugh, too many P's. So anyway, so I just called the college and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get a copy of this. Could you email it to me? Like, I'm the person that wrote it. But I feel pretty cool right now. I really enjoy this. So anyway, Steve is on a side quest trying to get this document to me. It's like over 150 pages. I remember at least like 20 of those pages being resources though, or like references. And so anyway, the person that I'm talking to is like, I really want to read chapters 3 and 4, and there's only 4 chapters. So I'm like, okay, let me try and get this. But I didn't know it had been printed. So I'm feeling, I wonder how many kids have read it. I didn't think people were reading it. I mean, just because it's printed doesn't mean that people are, but like I did not know it was in circulation in the Yavapai public library system. So I'm just kind of like, whoa. And yeah, this person that I'm talking to is doing their research about the bureaucratic systems within grassroots organizations. And so I was like, ooh, that's super cool. And so we're talking about that right now. But I just wanted to share because I'm very like, I don't know, this feeling. Proud? Is this proud? I don't know. It feels cool. I like this feeling. I'm happy that someone printed it, but I had no idea that that happened. Yeah. So, okay. If anyone wants a copy of it, or if you'd like to read it, Steve is going to make it available to me to have access to in some sort of way. So let me know if you want it, and we can all read it together. It hasn't aged out. I mean, as far as like what Skid Row looked at, like, I mean, Skid Row has changed, but also not really. But as far as like the lobbying, NAMI, I really talked a lot about how the the folks who say that they're pro mental health and pro mental, pro people with mental illness, right? The people who they call us consumers. I don't know. If you want to read it, let me know. It's all about the bureaucratic systems within all of it and how we can combat it by organizing locally, and like reclaiming agency, like both individually and collectively, in areas. So, okay. I'm very excited. I didn't know. Have a good one.